So did Al Gore invent the internet? Yeah. Yes, he did. So Al Gore, that's the whole thing back in 2000 was, just dumb, petty sort of pop shots. So that was the anti-vaxxer against, they say Jill Stein's an anti-vaxxer. So back in the 2000s, they said that Al Gore had said that he invented the internet. He's the one that invented the internet. Just him. He did it just himself. He invented it. Okay, Al Gore. He's actually been in Congress since the 70s, I think. And then during my service in the U.S. Congress, here's exactly what he said. During my service in the U.S. Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet. I took the initiative in moving forward a whole range of initiatives that have proven to be important to our country's economic growth and environmental protection improvements in our educational system. During my service in the U.S. Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet. It kind of seems like he's saying that he created the internet, he invented the internet, so I can see where the joke comes from, essentially just taking it, But what did he actually do? He didn't invent it. It was invented by a multitude of things, and then it just kept on getting more and more developed, so I don't know, I guess that one gay dude, right, that Turing machines, Alan Turing. Wasn't Alan Turing, wasn't he the one that created the internet? There's actually no consensus on it because there's just so many different pieces. And then there's the TCP, IP, there's the code. So anyways, during my service in the U.S. Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet. That's not inventing the internet. That's something different. Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf. So Vinton Cerf is considered the father of the internet. Old Vint Cerf. So Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn in 2000 noted that Gore was the first political leader to recognize the importance of the internet and to promote and to support its development. No other elected official, to our knowledge, has made a greater contribution to the internet over a longer period of time. Internet pioneers Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn state, if we don't think, as some people have argued, that Gore intended to claim he invented the internet, moreover, as Senator Gore's initiatives had a significant and beneficial effect on the still evolving internet. So he didn't say he created the internet, he said he took initiatives that helped to create the internet. So the modern day internet, I guess the internet was invented, but then they've just been developing essentially, the infrastructure and how this whole thing is going to work. So he wasn't the inventor, but he helped to create the modern day internet, the still evolving internet. So he kind of helped create the current internet, right? He pushed the current modern day behemoth, but not, maybe the system, the makeup, so he could be more precise. But put that aside, he's done a shit ton for the internet. He helped, you know what I mean? Like he's not the fucking father, right? We got Vinton Cerf might be the father of the internet. Alan Turing might be the father of the internet. Or maybe Al Gore, I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't exactly know the modern internet infrastructure, but you got these two titans that's sitting there saying, as a politician, Al Gore pushed hard for the creation of the current modern internet that we know and love today. So the Snopes.com said that he never said it, nor anything that remotely resembled saying that he invented the internet. So either it's just a joke that kind of took its own life, or I took the initiative in creating the internet. What an idiot! What an idiot! That's a good thing. We want people to work with the internet. The Cara, 1990s, Kentucky. I was the first generation that had computers. They just started putting computers in. So that's Al Gore. So that's, that's good. Al Gore and Bush and Bill Clinton, whatever those conservative right wings, they did okay in the 90s. They've kept the country together. It hasn't all collapsed. But there's, if you're doing fine, there's a lot of pockets of people being, false charges, racism. Alabama, they had 10 years. The cops are throwing black men in prison because they planted shit on them. So they're totally innocent, but they go to fucking jail anyways. They're not doing good, and this country has not worked for them. So they need justice. All right, we need to have a legal system, a judicial branch that actually functions properly. So did Al Gore greatly assist the internet to where it is today? Yes, he did. Did he invent it? No, he never said anything like that. He just said he helped to create it. So, March 9th, 1999 interview with Wolf Blitzer on CNN's Late Edition program. That's when he said it, so it's just an interview. So even if he misspoke, and even, put that to the side. Let's assume Al Gore did not invent the internet. Let's assume it's Alan Turing, or maybe it's this guy, Vinton Cerf. Either Vinton Cerf or Alan Turing. He still helped a lot with the modern-day internet. So, did Al Gore fuck up the 2000 election by his neoliberal agenda, his uninspiring, non-progressive agenda? Did he fuck up the 2000 election because he was boring and stupid and he didn't take the Florida problems? He did take the Florida problems to the Supreme Court. Did he fuck up the 2000 election with his neoliberal agenda, and then by taking the election, an executive branch problem, to the judicial branch, and then he conceded very quickly when the U.S. Supreme Court quit? Was, like folding a pair of pants or folding a chair or folding, a fold. Yes, he fucked up the 2000 election big time. Him, the Supreme Court. He, only needed 1,000 more fucking votes, and he should have fought all the way to the Electoral College, but he's going to quit 5 days before the Electoral College counts any votes. So he fucked up the 2000 election. He's neoliberal, non-progressive, and we're seeing this over and over again. The only neoliberal that has got elected was Bill Clinton, but Democrats again and again have tried to copy this model of pretending to be a Republican and then essentially being better than, the Republican that's in office. So you have all these Republican Democrats. You don't have actually any liberal progressive Democrats. There's no liberal progressive. The last liberal progressive president we had was Nixon. So none of these recent Democrats, not Obama, not, they've been like slightly progressive and maybe in some social issues kind of too far. So, for Al Gore for losing the 2000 elections, fuck you very much. But Al Gore for inventing the internet, or at least helping to create it, getting the initiatives and being the politicians that supported these good research and development projects, thank you very much. For losing 2000, fuck you very much. For, inventing, basically, he invented the internet, right? So, thank you very much, Al Gore, for inventing the internet. Free Palestine.